Hey guys, I'm just sleeping in this boat, planning my escape from the Forsaken Fortress. Cause this place is scary, and I have no idea how we're gonna get past those searchlights. But, well, you know. Oh, and this is Simon here from Lizard Wizards and Wind Waker 3 Heart Hero mode. Anyways, barrels. These have no bottoms. Don't ask me why. And there's also nothing in these barrels. Now, fortunately, we can just walk willy-nilly, but if they spot a moving barrel, they'll get a little bit suspicious. Ooh. Like that! It's not the end of the world, though, because being thrown in the cell actually takes us closer to our destination, and escaping from the cell is easier than trying to do a 3-heart run Twilight Princess. That's saying something. Okay, and there's still no first person in crawling. Why they changed things in HD? So, here we are in our first dungeon. As hopefully we're gonna have some actual usage of combat, so we can explain stuff for the 3-heart heroiness. But we have no sword, and we have to sneak through in order to rescue our sister from the giant fat bird, the Hellmark King. Weird lighting. Smash these, get some monies. Now, getting caught is actually probably worth it. I would have liked to have gotten caught after I collected those 40 rupees in the middle, but you know, we can't have things all the way we want. And I prefer to murder things as opposed to pass themselves. Dungeon map! Dungeon map. We can look at the Wii U gamepad and see the dungeon map, but you guys can't see the Wii U gamepad, so screw that. Now, if you can see the map, which you can't, this whole thing is kind of like a giant circle. And there's one particular searchlight we're going to need to take out to make this worthwhile, which is just out this front door and to your left here. Now, Tetra's going to try and tell us what to do, but I say YOLO because I've played this game many times before, and I know exactly what I'm doing because I am pro at everything. Now, fortunately, you get caught here and they won't throw you into jail immediately. And you can break this, which will gather his attention, and he will turn off his lights as soon as he notices you, for whatever reason. It is fun to throw the pod at him, but you can grab this, and oh, he forgot about it. That's cool. You can pick up this to use as a weapon. You can pick up any weapons in Wind Waker. It's awesome. They never added to any other Zeldas. What's not awesome is that they switched what buttons swing your weapon and throw it at the enemy for the HD version, which is very bad for muscle memory of someone who's played the original like 13 times like me. Also, in case you couldn't tell, you can totally spin attack with enemy weapons, and it's far faster, more effective than trying to do the normal swing like that, because as you can see, I got hit because that's really slow. But fortunately, there's not much else in our way, and there's not really much risk of dying at this point. If I could just get down this ladder, fine, jeesh. Kill my speedrunning tactics. Now, it's kind of funny, as Tetra will still be trying to signal you, telling you how to get this guy right here if you didn't listen to her the first time, which, you know, if you're... Why would you listen? Their tongue doesn't work. So now we need to go back in here, and we're going to go the other way, because we're going to sneak around. And there's really nothing else we need to get in this dungeon. I mean, there's a heart piece we could get, but this is a 3-heart run, and we don't use heart pieces. In fact, heart pieces are kind of annoying in a 3-heart run of Wind Waker specifically, because you can get them with treasure, and there's a treasure chest over here, speaking of treasure. And unless you memorize exactly what each treasure chart leads to, which, you know, I haven't done, there's a huge risk of pulling up a heart piece, and if you get more than 3 heart pieces, then you don't have a 3-heart run anymore. Also, the game has 2 mandatory heart pieces, which is just, oh, what did I even... No, not the angry rats. And the mini blinds. Climb back up. Climb back up quickly. Climb back up quickly. Ow. That's just... Can I, like... This is a predicament. Saved it. So yeah, those guys are kind of obnoxious because you can't... Like, as Tetra would explain with the bigger enemies like Bokoblins, you can use your shield to deflect their blows and possibly make them drop their weapons. But those mini blinds have really tiny pitchforks and... Oh my gosh, which way is forward? I got turned around by the cutscene. I don't remember which way is forward. We'll just see. I hope this is it. But yeah, you can't make those guys drop their little tiny pitchforks because they're too tiny and insignificant for Link to use because he's a real man. And I went backwards. Fantastic. So anyways, let's just keep going around this big circle here. You'll know when we get to the place of interest because it'll start taking us up the tower. Right now, if you remember the way the fortress looked from with the opening cutscenes and such, it's basically a big ring with the big tower on the end, and we're trying to go around the ring to get to the base of the tower so we can go up the tower. Over here, there is, this is basically, over there is where we need to go, and over here, there is a block, which we can, you pull the blocks with A now instead of R, like in the GameCube version. Now we can use that block to quickly get back up here if we ever get caught, or something along those lines, but, you know, whatever. So here it is. Here is the big sneaky part. We have to sneak past these moblins. Moblins are one of the main goons of Ganon's army. Fortunately, there is another bottomless barrel with nothing in it here. And stuff like that will happen if you get close, which is always scared me a lot more than it should have. I mean, for whatever reason, I was more scared of having to sneak into Hyrule Castle in Ocarina of Time than to actually buy stuff like the Shadow Temple. The way the Moblins look does make a big difference on whether they'll spot you or not. Also, when I know A says drop, but every button drops the barrel. So don't be like me when I was once playing this game and was bored waiting for Moblin to move, and I said, hey, what happens if I try and use my telescope inside this barrel? It takes off the barrel. I got caught. It wasn't pretty. So, these stairs we can roll without bonking our head for whatever reason, so let's just do that to go a little bit faster. Now, there is another barrel here, which is, you know, convenient, because over here is Moblin that we have to sneak past, because that's what we do. We sneak past things, because we are supreme ninjas in a barrel. I think he's a bit suspicious. Let's just lay low for a while. So, while we're just laying, though, something I should mention is, you notice we're still damaged from those 2 hits we took from those mini-blins earlier. Getting damaged is a bit more of a permanent thing in Hero Mode, and it's not like Hero Mode in Skyward Sword, where the no health drops basically just means you're gonna take one less spot in your— oh my gosh, get away from me. One less spot in your adventure pouch with a heart medal, because there's no heart medals in Wind Waker. And in my opinion, the no health drops is honestly more— oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is honestly more, detrimental to the makes it more difficult than the double damage. Because one of the things about Zelda is that generally the heart drops of enemies is proportional to how much health you have left. And if you're running around with like 1 heart left, then enemies will drop boatloads of hearts in your face. So 3 heart runs basically means you've been running around healing yourself all the time like you're in an FPS. But in Hero Mode, no such luck. So, you know, we got to manage our hit points. And that'll be loads of fun when we do the Savage Labyrinth. Which, you know, we're going to go all the way to the bottom of, because we do that. And if you don't know what the Savage Labyrinth is, just wait and see. So we're going to still across here. Now, if you didn't take out that first searchlight it took out, you're going to have a, I wouldn't say difficult, more like impossible time to get across here. You don't actually need to take out any of the other searchlights, as you can see there, just searching in places we've already been to. And this is that place Tetra pointed out to us before. Normally there's hearts, but there's no hearts because we're a man and we're doing this on Hero Mode. So, whatever, we don't need those things anyways. Hearts are for people who need hearts. So, as we're almost at the end of the dungeon, I was just sitting here thinking, like, you know, this is sort of like our first real dungeon, even though it's only half a dungeon. Why don't we take a picture to remember the spot? So, here we are. What do you think, guys? Is that a good shot or what? Oh? Forsaken Fortress, it's scary. How about it? So up here, we have mini-boss time! That Bokoblin, he means serious business. Now, don't dance, they will spot you. Not that you have an option not to dance. So he's gonna swing, just roll over your sword or move over it and you'll automatically grab it. Ow. Very. And you can pick up his weapon if you want to be like that. Like so, because his sword is kind of better than ours, even if it's slower. So, we did get hit once there. That's not too good, but whatever. Now, one of the things you may be thinking is that the game gets exponentially harder. Not necessarily true, because there's lots of other stuff we'll get that'll make it easier. So, let's go through. And we're basically done with this dungeon now, minus one dramatic cutscene that I kind of spoiled that it's how it's probably going to end by saying we're basically done with this dungeon. Our sister. And other sisters? Ah. The music. What could that possibly be happening? Blonk. Man, that didn't turn out well. Yeesh. So, we did get caught by the bird, which kind of us, but we do get to see where this will lead us. Who is actually commanding the bird? Oh my gosh. Who could he be? Any longtime Zelda fan would already know. Flick your head like so. Whoa! Really, Ganondorf, you should know better than to try that kind of stuff on the protagonist. How about you just crunch down instead, then Link's spine would be broken for good. But I'm not complaining. We get to live. We get to live, right? Oh my gosh. A boat came to save us. Did it think we were a fish? Hey. Link. Link. Wake up, Link. Oh, hi, Mr. Sun. How nice of you to wake me up. I'm gonna go back to... Pull yourself together, Link. What? Hell, what? I don't want to go to school today, Mommy. Where am I? Oh, hey, I'm in a boat. A red boat. It looks very kingly. And possibly like a lion. Well, have you come to your senses yet? Yeah, I'm totally cool with life. I'm surprisingly dull-witted. Wah! Bonk. Ow. Your rudder is very hard, sir. Did I startle you? I suppose that is only natural. As wide as the world is, I'm only a boat upon who can speak the words of men. I'm the king of red lions. Do not fear. I'm not your enemy. Unless you're planning to stab me in the back while I sleep. Link, I've been watching you since you went to the first race yesterday. Everyone watches each other. It's kind of creepy. I understand how your desire to protect your sister could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything. It's Leroy Dragons!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
But such a bold attempt was foolhardy. Although, if you know the less stuff later about this game, you'll know how he was able to watch us. I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands that monstrous bird. His name is... Ganon. Not Ganondorf, just Ganon. He who obtained the power of the gods and attempted to cover the land in darkness, and ultimately was sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. He's the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm the ancient legends speak of. Yep. It's like every Zelda game, they have like a new incarnation of Link, a new incarnation of Zelda, a new world, but it's always the same Ganondorf. Like, he must complain with Ridley all the time, like being murdered over and over again by Nintendo protagonists. Tell me, Link, do you still wish to save your sister from him? You betcha. Have you got anything to say for her? Darn skippity. I see. In that case, I shall guide you to go forward, advising you what you should do and where you must go next. In other words, I'm taking Navi's role. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone what little strength you possess. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that can move only after much toil and hardship. Do you understand? Sure. Toil and hardship, I'm all over that. In that case, we depart to the great sea. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. This has actually been embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. No sail can sail no seas. I have brought you far to the east of the dark gates of the Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail. I'm sorry to ask you this, but without a sail, how will they be of useless to you? Of useless? Whatever. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. The information they provide you will come in handy during your endeavors at sea, so listen carefully to their words and heed them well. Or ignore them like I'm going to, because I already know everything about everything. I'm amazing. But remember, there's no time to play. Come back here immediately as soon as our errands are done. Yeah. Darn skippity. So, here we are at Windfall Island with half of our hit points gone by mini blins and that one bokoblin that attacked me while I was picking up my sword, that little jerk. So, join us next time when we go around this corner and are privy to a mini cutscene of how wonderful Windfall Island is. See you then!